Hey, everybody.
We're rolling.
We back.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Milk was a bad choice. Hey, everybody. Anchorman's here.
I actually had a thought about Anchorman while thinking about wrestling, and we're not going to record this bit because it's about Tony Schiavone may or may not have used the F word. Right?
Yeah.
Like somebody thought he said it, and then he was like, I don't remember saying that at all. And it just reminds me of that scene in Anchorman where he's like, I didn't say that. They're like, no, you have it right here. He's like, great, Odin's Raven. I said that?
By the beard of Zeus.
Great grandmother spatula.
Oh,
You know I never said it in my entire life.
I need to watch those movies again. Farm Blog. What is this show about? Two Words is a wrestling podcast that we do for Love Thy Nerds. So we cover pro wrestling, WWE, AEW, Impact, mostly the former two, not so much the latter one. And just, stuff we like about it. We get a little bit into like the news and the rumors and stuff at the beginning, but then it's really just kind of like love letters to the thing that we love.
I feel like it's a wrestling podcast for people who don't like wrestling. Like it really, like. I was thinking about that today. And it's like even if people don't like wrestling, people like us.
Yeah. So what's our 2 words for today?
Our 2 words for today are entrance music.
Good. Okay. I'm glad you chose those 2. Yeah. So I'm like, theme songs doesn't sound
Theme
right.
song.
Entrance music. That sounds good. I was thinking about that just before you came up.
At one point, I was like, the title of the show will be "Hit My Music," and I was like, "That's way too many words."
That's more than 2.
That's 4 words.
It's at least double the 2. All right. So we're gonna start recording this. It's about an hour long. And
Stick around, you might learn something.
Here we go.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't believe you.
Quit making noises into the mic.
It's good ASMR. Yes, you are hearing voices in your head, but don't worry. It's just the 2 Words podcast. I'm your host, John, and with me as always, no, he didn't win a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, but he does love regular milk baths. It's Radio Matt.
Hello. Hi. I'm here.
Do you like milk?
I love milk, yes.
I do too.
I'm a big milk fan.
The internet really hates milk.
That's true. Regular milk anyway. They're over the moon for oat milk.
Oat? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, milk.
Yeah.
Ooh, get the proteins. Ooh, yeah. One comment that I always think about is somebody said somebody posted something about liking milk, and another person commented, "My parents didn't give me milk because I'm not a baby cow." And I'm like, well, you're not big and strong. We're back.
I don't know what happened there.
I'm your host, Mo.
No, I'm in the wrong thing. Holy cow, what happened?
I am.
My whole thing
There
just
we
went
go.
nuts. Okay.
There we go.
We're here.
There we go.
Let's see if I can do this now. Okay. All I wanted to do was type LOL in the Twitch chat.
We'll just cut that little spot there.
Hold on. Okay. Now I'll know where that is.
Today we have a fun show planned because our 2 words are entrance music. We're talking about the best and worst entrance music of all time and how it's made or broken certain characters. But first, let's get into some news.
Oh, man.
Let's observe some wrestling.
A lot of stuff going on, as always. When, because we do this, I feel like 2 weeks is not a long amount of time. But
We're a pretty quick news cycle.
Every time we get back here, there's always like 1,000 things that have happened that are such big news. The biggest one, the most recent one that I think is the biggest news is Jon Moxley checked himself into a voluntary alcohol program, rehabilitation program, which is commendable.
Yeah.
That he's taking that step before something goes horribly wrong. So we wish him the best. His wife, Renee, how do you say her last name? Paquette?
I don't.
I've never, Renee Young.
Renee Young.
Sent a message to fans, thanking them for all the outpouring of support that's been going on social media and things since that news broke. So we wish him the best. It's sad. Moxley's one of the biggest draws for AEW right now. He's been doing all those big time marquee fights lately.
Yeah.
With like outsiders that are, just gigantic names in other promotions, other parts of the world. He hasn't been doing so much in the way of internal storylines, but they've been just amazing matches.
Oh, he's definitely been rode hard and put away wet, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
so.
And that's CM Punk kind of made a comment about that. He's like, when you are in that position for as long as he's been in, it's really easy to, find something simple to fall back on, such as that. And so I've really been impressed with like the internet's reaction to it.
Yeah.
Because most people are not being dirtbags.
Right. Yeah.
And in fact, one meme site that I follow was like, okay, like after a day, they were like, all right, we're done posting Moxley memes.
Right.
Like but we're not posting any more of these memes. We're done.
Yeah. Which is good. It's nice. That's rare to see these days.
I think big news, Bray Wyatt's non-compete is up. We're really glad that you're our friends. This is
I really don't know what's happening next with him still. Like I kind of expected it to be like the very next
like
opportunity.
That rampage.
Yeah. So Bray Wyatt was spotted filming something at MGM Studios like the day before. Also, Matt Hardy posted pictures of the two of them as tag team champs the day before, and on a tweet that said "one more day," implying that he was coming to AEW or they were going to be back together again. So, but there's still no word officially anywhere. Yeah. However, things do seem more likely than ever that AEW is where he's going to end up.
Bray Wyatt, though, has always been very good at waiting his turn. Like he said, he's really good at setting out for a while in order to surprise people.
But at the same time, I feel like we saw him twice in 2021. I'm ready for Bray Wyatt to be anywhere.
That's fair.
Where we can see him. Also, reports for the reasoning that led to his firing was that Vince was tired of him being vocal about WWE creative. And so that's just going to endear everybody to Bray Wyatt even more.
Yeah, really, though.
Because it was like initially said that he was being a problem backstage. And like, oh, well, we don't want him to be a problem. But then it's like, because he hated the way WWE creative was going, like everybody else who watches the program. Like, oh, yeah, we get that. I love him more than ever.
I'm sorry I called you stupid. You must get really tired of hearing that. One of the kind of creatives that didn't that I think he pushed for but didn't get to see come into fruition is his whole idea for the Firefly Funhouse. He kind of revealed that he wanted every character in the Firefly Funhouse to get the Fiend treatment. And they actually released a picture of the concept art for what Huskus would have looked like.
Ooh.
And it is terrifying. It's got a huge bald spot with like a half ear coming off and like giant pig tusks. But he would have played every part.
Right.
Like they wanted him. It would have all been Bray Wyatt. And so, and one of the big reasons he revealed for the awkward transformation at WrestleMania from the burned Bray Wyatt, or the burned Fiend into the regular Fiend, is that the suit was just too dang heavy to wrestle in.
You know what? I'm fine with that because I was so happy that it happened.
Stupid. He looked like a bad mummy.
Oh, it was so bad. It was disgusting.
Vicky Guerrero managed FTR down in AAA for a little bit.
Well, that's fun.
Like they went down to AAA for whatever reason in Mexico, and it was reported Tully Blanchard wasn't going to go, so they got Vicky Guerrero. And I'm like, that's dope.
That's all right. Yeah.
I like that. Vicky Guerrero is one of those weird instances where like we all hated her until it was her time to leave. And then we're like, oh, we really do miss Vicky Guerrero.
She was a character.
Especially the way they sent her out in that weird match against Stephanie McMahon where she got like pushed into a kiddie pool of mud or doo-doo or whatever it was.
That was stupid. Yeah,
it was kind of like, really? You gonna do that?
That was in that weird transitional period where WWE was like, are we still in the Attitude Era or no? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Sad news. The Bella Twins have no plan to return to the ring, so darn.
Yeah. I think we're just like past that though. Like that era of women's wrestling.
Yeah,
there's like a 10-year chunk we just kind of got to gloss over.
Right. It was just I mean, they're not bad athletes.
No, not by any stretch.
It's just that they
of the
were never really
imagination.
presented to be athletes. Very few of them ever were.
No.
Like it started changing, I think, with Paige.
Yeah.
Paige came in.
I'd say that.
And
Paige
and
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee, yeah.
Who's the girl with the skunk hair?
Skunk hair.
The girl I was dating at the time called it that.
I don't remember who you're talking about.
Started with a K. Caitlyn.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about Caitlyn.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but no, that's,
I think they've had their time. They're reality TV stars. They don't need.
yeah,
to do
they
anything
just
else
don't.
right now.
They just don't need to be doing none of that. Like what would they do it for?
Right.
Except for like the money. If the money was really really good. Kayla Harrison, who is with Team Top America, Top US, whatever it is. It's Junior De Los Santos's team that shows up in AEW like every once in a while.
Okay.
MMA
Yeah.
fighters.
Yeah.
She absolutely hates doing it. She hates showing up. She held no bones. She held no punches.
Got a quote there?
I got a quote.
What does
Where's
the
the quote?
say?
It's not that one.
Find it.
Gosh, there's a whole bunch of pictures of my kid in here. Like a million of them.
There we go.
In response to like going into AEW and like, mugging people, so to speak. I mean, yeah, do you have fun when you go pick on the little kid at the playground? Secretly, you have a little bit of fun. It's just so easy. It's just a bunch of nerds and losers who couldn't hack it in my sport, so they decide to go and do a fake sport. I can't believe I let Dan talk me into it. It's just boring. It would be too easy to crush them. I mean, and every time, like, nerds.
Bunch of nerds and
Bunch
losers.
of nerds and losers.
Couldn't hack it in the real fighting world.
Like,
Wow.
And I don't even know who this person is. Like, I follow a little bit of UFC, but
You don't think that might be an act?
I think
that's a play.
I think it's a shoot, but
That's funny.
I'm just like, it's not a very good one.
Bunch of nerds.
Bunch of nerds and losers.
Nerds. WWE is having to bring SmackDown wrestlers, particularly like Roman Reigns, to Raw tapings in order to sell enough tickets for Raw. He's not in Raw. He's wrestling dark matches after Raw, just so they can get enough tickets sold.
I'd buy a ticket just to see Paul Heyman wrestle like he did. And he tagged in. That was a fun video.
That was interesting.
And you could tell Roman Reigns was having a very hard time keeping character during that whole thing. Who was it? JR got is a little disappointed that he showed up on that episode of Dark Side of the Ring about the plane ride from hell.
Oh yeah.
He did not really care much for the way he was portrayed. He said, "I like those guys, the two creators, hardworking young guys, but I didn't like the show. I thought it was too negative and impacted too many people negatively, I thought. I've offended a bunch of people by being on that show, which I apologize for." I don't think he really cast a dark shadow on that so much as, the flight attendant who was harassed by Ric Flair and licked by Scott Hall. I feel like they're the ones that really put a black eye on that story.
Saying all that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Did you watch the episode? Did you finally watch the
I
episode?
have not watched the whole thing.
Okay.
No. I've watched
She
a bit
very
of it.
much so glosses over the fact that Scott Hall licked her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she just, like, that was just a small part of the story. It was like, yeah, I was walking past Scott Hall and he licked me. But let's talk more about Ric Flair.
My last story I got is Ring of Honor has ended all contracts with their wrestlers and has gone on a hiatus until April, with the idea that they're going to come back pretty much with all freelancer wrestlers. One of the reasons that has been found out as to why this is because Sinclair Broadcasting, which owns Ring of Honor, is millions of dollars in debt.
Millions!
And they figure it'll be cheaper to pay freelance prices than to actually have contracts.
How does Ring of Honor go into millions of dollars in debt? Their show costs like $10 to make. I mean, it's not a terrible product. I'm not saying that, but
Their cameraman is just like two stationary iPhones.
I mean,
With guy on a loudspeaker. That's
yeah.
your announcer.
Well, hopefully, Ring of Honor. I know Ring of Honor has been very important to a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah.
So hopefully, it can make some sort of great comeback. My last deal is I found a picture on the internet, which is a great way to start a conversation.
On a podcast.
On a podcast, on a podcast for a Christian ministry group. So you have Abaddon, AEW.
Yeah.
And for those of you at home, you can just grab your phones, Google Abaddon, AEW. She looks terrifying, bright red hair and makeup that it's really scary. But recently there was a picture released of Abaddon without makeup on.
Wow.
And she looks like a completely different human being.
She does. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
good on the makeup people.
The Abaddon makeup is exactly what it's intended to be. It makes you uncomfortable. Like in a way that I think the Fiend mask was supposed to make you feel, but never quite did.
Yeah.
The Abaddon makeup I'm uneasy looking at.
But she also has like a look without the makeup that like if she came out, I'd still be uneasy.
Yeah, you could.
I'd be
you could
like,
pull that
oh,
off
I'm still scared of you somehow. And then Bryan Danielson debuted a secondary character on AEW Dark, Infinito.
I didn't see.
No,
this.
you didn't see that? Let's get you a picture of Infinito because it's
Google Infinito or Bryan Danielson.
Infinito. Infinito. No.
Put AEW at the end there.
Oh, can't type.
If you get close, Google usually still finds it.
Yeah. It is it's like a luchador character.
Luchador? What?
Yeah.
That's the
Kind of a dope looking luchador too. Like,
well, except that the infinity sign on the
Infinity
chest
sign
makes it
just
look
kinda
like he
look
has
like-
breasts.
looks like a bikini top.
Other than that,
Could have done something a little better, I guess. But,
the mask is great though.
yeah.
Colors are nice. Reminds me of the Gold Ranger from Power Ranger Zero.
Oh
Zeo.
yeah, Zeo, the Zeo Ranger. That
Which was
a-
Jason, which was the first Red Ranger.
yeah,
That was cool.
yeah.
That was a
guy,
cool reveal.
That guy really went off the rails for a little bit.
Yeah, but he made his way back.
He made his way back. Good
came back
good
to
for
us.
you, Austin St. John.
Thank you for remembering his name. I couldn't remember.
I know all of their names. When we come back, we're gonna be playing some game with some music. So stay here.
Some game.
Some game.
Jason David Frank. My man. Okay.
He come on the podcast. He's a wrestling fan.
So the way we'll have to do this, like I said, is on my phone. And it'll only stretch this far with you.
9
It's
p.m.
not showing me though.
9 p.m. 9 a.m.
So you'll have to come a little closer because that's as far as I can stretch it. But how are we gonna do the game? Are we gonna go back and forth? Or are you gonna do like
So
7 and I'll do 7?
what I was kind of thinking. Oh, we're doing 7. Let me.
I don't know.
I put 5 up.
Oh, 5's fine. 5's probably better because we're having to actually listen and stuff.
Do you want to just go back and forth and see who can guess more, or I was kind of thinking maybe like a timed thing. We could have a stopwatch and see who could get the 5 the fastest.
5 the fastest. I feel like we're already having to use a time element for it because aren't we going to play like 5 seconds? See if you can get it. 10 seconds.
Yeah,
See, the way I was thinking is we play 5 seconds. If you can get it after that, you get like 3 points.
Yeah,
okay,
we can
play
do
another
we can
5 seconds, you get 2.
I'm down with that.
And then you can get 1 if you can get it. And then
I'm down with
next
that.
10 or whatever. Okay. Let me get a piece of pipes. And a pin. There we go.
This may not be as fun on the live show. Well, maybe it will be because it goes right through, right?
Yeah, they should be able to hear it, I believe. John
And
Matt. Okay, so you want to go back and forth?
Sure.
Okay. I will start, but let's go ahead and get into it.
And welcome back to the Two Words Podcast. Today we're talking about entrance music and our favorite entrances. So we thought we'd play a little game. We're going to see who can guess entrance music the fastest, the best.
Fastest and best.
This is kind of what we do at Royal Rumbles, really. Is the music hits and you try to see who can guess the rest. I mean, I know we never agreed that was what we were doing, but secretly we're all doing that. I know we are. So Matt's got his phone queued up. We're gonna go back and forth with a point system that we're probably gonna make up on the fly.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna try and do is we'll start playing it. We'll play 5 seconds of the theme song.
Okay.
And if you can guess it after that 5 seconds, you get 3 points. If you can't get it yet, we'll play another 5 seconds. And if you can get it after that, you get 2 points. Can't get it after that, we'll give you pretty much up to 30 seconds after, or well, up to 20 more seconds after that, 30 seconds total.
Okay.
To get 1 point. Okay?
All right.
All right, we're going to go back and forth. Like you said, I'm going to go ahead and throw one at John first.
Okay.
And
I'm
I
listening.
hope y'all can hear this. Here we go. It's 5 seconds.
Crap, man. I know that,
Do you need 5 more seconds?
no, because I know the rest of the song.
But it could trigger it in you. You only get 1 guess. That should be a rule too. Per level.
Bailey.
Dang it! Yes, you did. You got it right.
I was about to say Seth Rollins because they're both composed very similarly
Yeah,
at
they're
the
very
first.
similar. Man, I thought that would be too generic for you to remember. It's a bummer. Okay, got those out too. Was that it?
That was the first 5 seconds.
God Save Our Queen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta think of British characters. God Save Our Queen also implies maybe a female character. Shoot. I don't recognize that at all.
You know the 5 seconds?
Well, I'm going to guess something first, and if
Okay.
I'm wrong, I'll get another one. I'm going to say British Bulldog.
It is not the British Bulldog.
Okay.
You ready for another 5
Yeah,
seconds?
yeah.
I'm going to give you another 5 seconds after this.
Dang.
Because the intro on that one was kind of messy, so.
Dang. I have no earthly idea. I don't know.
Well, then I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
That's Bad News Barrett?
It was Wade Barrett, yeah.
No way! Oh, man. That's a bummer.
You'll hear it right after the. Yeah.
Okay. Shoot, dog. That's a good one. That's a real good one. That's messed up. Okay.
I also tried not to give you like too hard of ones.
Right. Well, I don't remember Bad News. That was in that era that I was barely watching when he was in NXT or the whole Nexus thing.
Yeah.
Like I only watched occasional storylines. I wasn't hardcore watching it. I didn't really watch during the time that he was out of it. All right. This one might have a cursey word. So anyone listening,
Beep it.
anyone listening on Twitch, Just expect a curse word. But
if I could
I'll
guess
cut
it right
out.
now, do I get 5 points?
No, but I'll cut
Okay.
it out on the podcast. And here you go. Oh, well, there it was right there. It cut in this middle. I'm sorry. Wow. Hey, that was that cuss word I was telling you about. Shoot, how do I get it to start from the beginning without start from
There
the
may
freaking
be a
beginning?
curse word
Maybe a
in
curse
here.
word. Very first word. All right. I'm going to say that again.
So I had that problem. I got a call from our associational director
Yeah.
for the Tri-Area Baptist Association
Yeah.
while I was watching the Dave Chappelle Netflix special. Like there's a speaker right next to my head. And I'm like, I'm going to pause this.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Okay. Okay. It's an Insane Clown Posse deal.
Uh-huh.
But this, I know that. I'm trying to think of anybody that was dressed like a juggalo.
Please don't say it in the chat. We're playing a game.
Man, I should have been looking at our chat.
Just gonna have to move away from chat for a second.
Yeah,
There.
give me another 5 seconds.
Feel free to say it in the chat now because he can't see it, so that's fine.
Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll.
Gave you about 7 seconds there.
Is that Rosie?
Nope. All right, you get that?
Was that close?
I don't think so.
It wasn't like 3-minute warning, was it?
Well, you can't guess another thing, but no.
Oh,
it
okay,
wasn't.
fine.
All right. I will give you up to 10 seconds here, and that's going to be your last one. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Is it crime time?
No. This was the Oddities,
The Oddities?
which actually featured the what you
The
call it?
Insane
The
Clown
Insane
Posse?
Clown Posse at one point. Yeah. So again, Twitch, I apologize for that curse word in there, but we are going to cut it out of the main
I'll make
podcast.
sure.
Anyway, just to be clear now,
Never had to bleep anything on this podcast. And what's surprising is it's not me.
right? Just to be clear, you can now put your answers in the chat. That's okay. I have closed the chat for our side during the game. So go ahead and guess away, and we won't be able to see it at the time. I should have thought about that beforehand.
Think.
All right. So that's 3 out of 10 rounds so far. Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes. At first, I thought that was Mick Foley because I thought that was going to be a car crash. So that's what it sounded like.
It did make that sound.
So now
it's a
my
pretty
brain
confusing
is,
one.
Now my brain is. Oh gosh. Okay. So it got into like a. It sounded like a real like 80s, early 90s kind of thing. It's not trying to think of like
Am I gonna win?
sexy type.
Am I gonna win this game with
music?
one correct guess?
Maybe. Not The Godfather.
You're on the right track.
Not Val Venus. Shoot. Mark Henry. Sexual chocolate.
It is not sexual chocolate, Mark Henry.
Darn it. Okay, give me another 5 seconds.
Okay. You might hate yourself for not getting this
I
one.
might, yeah. Oh, okay, hold on. You said I was on the right track.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I'm trying to think of all the characters around that era. I'm so upset with myself. Is it meat?
No, it's not meat.
I don't know. Throw it again. Last 10 seconds. No words, no nothing. Nothing distinguishing. Oh, it's Razor Ramon. Oh my gosh. How long has it been since I've heard Razor Ramon?
To the bad guy.
How long has it been since I've heard Razor Ramon?
Right.
It's always been NWO,
Yeah.
since anytime I've been watching it. Jeez, I hate you, John. You're getting really good. Okay. I'll come up with something good here. I'll come up with something great. Something amazing.
Something amazing.
Something so difficult.
Not so difficult. We are the nation.
All right, here we go.
Is that Eric Rowan?
No.
No, it's not.
Yeah. All right, next
Dang.
5 seconds.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint, man.
Okay.
It's like your home state.
There's a lot of wrestlers from my home state, man.
I know. It's not really a hint.
What's up?
It's not really a hint when you think about it
Yes.
that way.
Okay. From my home state. That kind of sounded like an early 2000s, maybe? Late 90s?
Yeah, maybe, yeah, closer to that. Need an answer. Okay.
Was it Jimmy Wang Yang?
No. All right, 10 more seconds.
Okay. I like it.
All right.
Bradshaw.
Ooh, he's so close, like in theme, but it's Terry Funk with the song. That song's name is "Road to Texas."
He's from right down the road, too.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, we are halfway through the game.
I'm going to give you one I think might be easy.
Yeah, go a little easier on me, sheesh. Razor freaking Ramon. Shoot, dude. If you thought that was easier on me, you're wrong. Holy smoking mirrors.
He's got a very different theme song now.
Oh, give me 5 more.
Okay.
It's not like Dolph Ziggler, is it? I mean, that's kind of the
You're in the right
Era.
ballpark.
Wait. No. That was my guess, I guess. So give me the 10 seconds.
Okay.
Tyler Breeze?
No.
Ah! Dang it. Who was it?
It was Cody Rhodes.
Is that his current theme song?
That was the Dashing Cody Rhodes. theme
Dashing
song.
Cody Rhodes. Wow.
I also could not tell you what the
Okay.
current Cody Rhodes theme song.
Shoot. Okay. Man, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. Okay. I think I got one here.
How many more are we gonna do? Because I could play this game all night with you.
We were doing 10 total, and then we've
Okay.
done 6. So.
Okay.
So two more apiece.
Okay.
Here we go. Nope, this is Walgreens.
Just go Inferno.
This is not a very well thought out way to do this game.
Our new EV.
No. That's a different person I thought I was. No, is it? Shoot. I've got one that I really want to say, and now I can't get it out of my head. That was CM Punk's original theme song.
Man,
That was the Avenged Sevenfold one.
it's been so long. Not Avenged Sevenfold.
Was it not?
Kill Switch Engage.
Killswitch Engage. Yeah.
Man, I cannot believe you remembered it that well. It's been so long since he's used
when
that.
it started with that one, it was like, "What are you?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Killswitch."
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. All right, well. I feel like you're going to win then. I have to get these next two right to tie you.
How would you? Okay. I'm thinking. I'm thinking if you have a chance of getting the one that I'm thinking.
Keep it rolling.
Joe Biden
What the heck?
is hiding in his basement again.
Joe
Biden
Biden?
refusing to
Joe
speak to
Biden?
the press. The
Candace
facade
Owens?
has dropped.
Yeah.
An ad jumps 10 seconds into the song.
We're being manipulated by the word racism every 4 years.
What
This
the
is
heck is that?
discrimination.
Why did Kansas
The video
Owens
playing
take
and the
talk
ad
about?
playing at the same time?
I don't know.
That was weird.
Let's just start this over with. Bow, bow.
It sounds familiar. It sounds like it's one of the more intimidating wrestlers.
No.
No?
Not
Am I
really.
wrong?
Uh,
Shoot. Okay. Then I'm lost. Dang it. I don't know. Owen Hart.
that's pretty close. Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect. Jeez. You're pulling out all these things I haven't thought of in a million years. All right. Well, I've already lost the game, but I'm going to give you one more before we leave and see if you can get it. Okay. All right. All right. Just prepare yourself for the hardest one.
If you give me like Jay Lethal.
Here you go. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue pants.
It was a game.
Aubrey Levine, I think is her name. Audrey Levine. She's in AEW, I think. Like she's a producer for AEW.
Shoot, man. You destroyed me. You destroyed me in that game.
That's because the game was my idea, Matt.
All right. Everybody watching on Twitch, that segment will be so much better on YouTube and the podcast because I'm going to cut out all the garbage that was in there.
And we're going to bleep out that dirty word.
We're going to.
So, well, when we come back, we're going to finish our conversation about entrance music. So stay right here.
Golly, that was awful.
Yeah, I thought that segment would be easier for both of us.
For real. I'm just realizing I don't really have a whole lot of obscure theme songs memorized.
And I really tried not to do too obscure.
Right.
Turn the chat back on.
Oh, yeah.
Give me that chat.
What's been going on in chat?
What's been going on
this whole
chat
time?
wise?
Mr. Perfect is right.
Jamie Noble.
Oh, wow. Y'all had a lot
That
of...
wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad guess for whatever was there.
No, neither of us could look at the chat. Hardcore Holly. That's a good... Cody Rhodes. Can't have my volume on. What's happening? Well, if you can't have your volume on, you can't be listening to a podcast. So
Yeah.
What the heck are you talking about? CM Punk. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Mr. Perfect. Yeah, I didn't remember Mr. Perfect whatsoever. Right, I think you would do really well at this game for sure. Dude, I didn't care for Mr. Perfect, to be honest. He was just on his way out too when I started watching, so
Yeah.
I didn't ever put any kind of stock into him.
Yeah.
So I'm bad. It's all right, Kevin. He didn't see it. Get out. Allow. Don't bully me, Rye Guy. Twitch says you're bullying me.
Get out.
All right, let's move on.
Make this happen. And welcome back to the Two Words Podcast. Today, our two words are entrance music. You know, entrance music is probably one of the most important aspects of professional wrestling. It's used to help establish a character, interrupt a segment, and in some cases, it's so synonymous with someone, you can tell who's coming from the first note. Half the fun of the Royal Rumble is getting excited when wrestlers' music hits.
Oh, gosh.
Now, Gorgeous George is actually credited as the first wrestler to truly utilize entrance music during the 40s and 50s. Back then, his theme was Pomp and Circumstances, which people would note as the graduation song. That song later went on to be more famously used by the Macho Man. And later on, a remixed version of it was used by Black Machismo Jay Lethal. Which is
That's right. I forgot about that.
which is a fun nickname. But today we just want to talk about our interesting thoughts on entrance music.
Entrance music. You know, like when I first got, which one was it? I think it was No Mercy, WWE No Mercy for the Xbox, and they let you could put your own music on the Xbox on the hard drive, and then they would let you build entrances with that. Like that game. For me, I don't remember any of the gameplay. It's one of the most loved video games for WWE that's ever come out, but all I remember is how much time I spent crafting my own entrances and picking theme music for all the custom characters.
Yeah.
There's just something about that aspect of WWE that is so grandiose. Like it's just as important as the character, as the mic work, as the wrestling, is that air of importance with your entrance. And so I think it really is a key thing to look at to find that perfect music for a wrestler. And also so sad when you don't pick the perfect music.
Pick the perfect.
Like in that
do.
game we played Bailey's music, which Bailey is a bad character now, a heel character. Her music to me sounds so generic and lame because her face music was so, I mean, it might not have been everybody's cup of tea as a song itself, but it was so unique and memorable that it was something special.
Yeah, that entrance was really cool.
Tied in with the waving, wacky inflatable tube men. I mean, it was something completely different and unique, and now she's very generic.
Well, and one of the big problems that I have with it is I mentioned it during the game, but the Jim Johnston has kind of stopped doing the entrance musics.
Right.
Entrances.
Musics.
Music for entrances.
Yeah.
And it's being taken over by the CFOs.
Yeah, they've been doing
and
that for a bit.
The CFOs essentially just made a female version of Seth Rollins' new music.
Yeah.
Because it has the same.
Yeah.
It's like it almost feels like they cut and pasted it and changed the key, and we're like, "Whoa, this is good." But who does have the better entrance music?
Well, see, I classified mine. We never really talk about how we're gonna how each of us are gonna come up with our
At
own
all.
lists. So you might have classified them as like your best and worst. I classified mine in kind of versions of entrance music.
Yeah.
The way they're presented. So my first one I want to talk about is like sound effect lead.
Yeah.
So the first one that comes to mind, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Big breaking crash thing, and immediately the crowd goes wild before even a single note is hit.
People know.
But then it rolls in, and everybody gets hyped.
Yeah.
Car crash from McFoley, like I said, that other one sounded like, was it Raising Ramones?
Yeah.
Almost sounded like a car crash was about to happen. The countdown, the chink for Y2J. The heartbeat for Finn Balor.
That is dope.
And then, of course, the gong for The Undertaker. Dung, combined with the lights going out immediately.
Yeah.
That's the most iconic entrance music moment, I think,
Yeah.
all told.
Well, and that's. I think the entrances that I like have a really heavy hit right at the front.
Yeah.
That's like it lets you know something's gonna happen. Like when I'm sitting on the couch and I hear "You think you know me," like I stand up on this day, I see clearly. Like I am ready, man. So I really, love that sort of stuff, which is why I like almost all of Triple H's entrances.
Yeah.
Which I doubt they're ever going to make any more entrances. I know he's got a couple because he had the regular Triple H stuff, and then when he was doing the Authority, there was like the Bow Down to the King, I think is what it was. But they were all done by Motorhead, and
Right,
since
and
Linda
that guy-
Kilmeister has passed away.
that
But
guy
Lemmy had this voice was like. That's perfect for Triple H. Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine someone
same
else
kinda gruff
singing.
In there. Yeah.
Yeah, like Robert Goulet sang. Bow down to the bow down to the king. Goulet.
Time to play the game.
That's our next segment. That's a whole
Are
segment
you
right there.
ready?
You can't see me, my time is now. Two-faced liars walk away with faux shiners. Got your back and up in the defensive position. Like the men in black. Still taking over Earth and still kicking in Uranus. Kool-Aid.
I hear voices in my head. Bullet.
I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
No. No, I'm not. No.
That was for you, Bigga Biggin.
Oh, man, that's funny.
How do we get back after that one?
So, no, well, you mentioned, Triple H and starting off with, like You Think You Know Me. Those are, I have that as its own section too. Identifiable lyric usage. So DX, Are You Ready? That thing.
Are you ready?
Shawn Michaels, the ha, 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 before the music even starts.
I'm loving that you use that.
The Big Show. Well, you don't even need the whole
Have
thing.
you ever heard him talk about that?
No.
He hates that because they were like, well, what do you think? And he's like, well, like something like bluesy, like "There's a Big Show" or something stupid like that. Don't use that. And he's like, they played the music and it immediately started. Well, it's the Big Show.
It's like,
He's
well,
like, I'm never gonna give anybody
it's a big
suggestions
show.
again.
well, it's a big show. The Brood, which started out of the yeah, that thing. That was very iconic. Randy Orton's, of course. I Hear Voices in My Head. Let's see what else. I put Riddle there, but that's not actually in the right category. Riddle's in catchphrase. Riddle's in the catchphrase usage. I apologize. Triple H is, of course, Time to Play the Game. And then Glorious Bobby Roode. It might be my favorite, though.
Yeah.
Just the Glorious. It's just such a good song.
I have that song on my workout playlist. I'm sitting there working out, especially when you use the fly machine. You're just like, Glorious.
I won't give in.
Yeah.
I won't give in. Victoria.
Cena has a really big hit because that it's
Yeah.
not a huge, but it's like dun, dun. They don't change the camera angle up. It's all the same. It's very precise. It's a good one.
You can't see me.
Time is now.
You can't see me. My time is now.
Well, now I got to do that album. So some of my favorite songs and entrances. This definitely went off the rails in the best way I can imagine. Some of my favorite entrance music was entrance music that's so just immediately, we've talked about, immediately recognizable. You know, like Finley. Like everybody knows because it starts off with, "My name is Finley." I'm like, his name's Finley. And he likes to fight.
I like to fight.
We know everything we need to know about Finley from the first 3 seconds of his theme song. One of my favorite uses of themes to or entrances to build a character was Lita, because at the time, like all of the female wrestlers were doing all these big like Poppy and you know like Eve Torres had like a looks good to me, everything about she looks good, like that was the lyrics to her theme song. I loved it. And you know, and Trish Stratus had her whole thing, had like the giggling in the front, and it was all very girly and flowery. And Lita's was like it was insanity, right? Like it's got to be the scariest theme song in all of WWE.
Rip to all your eardrums.
Yeah, but like that music just juxtaposed to Trish Stratus, really made that rivalry work.
Very good yin and yang in that situation. You're absolutely right. I forgot one of the identifiable lyric songs. Maybe one of my favorite ones as well is "Here Comes the Money,
here we go."
Which, man, I still think
you get pumped up.
That's still the best return in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
above the Hardy Boys of WrestleMania. Shane McMahon, that return to Raw out of absolutely nowhere that not a single person on the planet saw coming.
Nobody knew.
Brilliant. But I also have the catchphrase quotes. The ones that start off with getting hyped by an actual catchphrase that the wrestler uses. Biggest one I think going on right now is "New Day."
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Oh, whatever city we're in. I remember The Rock's always was "If you're summer." That was a just show-stopping moment.
It gets people moving.
Yeah.
You know?
The Miz, of course, has his "awesome," which, you know, it's lost its luster over time. New Age Outlaws have the same feel as New Day.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know? Your booty better call somebody. And then, of course, Riddle. Bruh.
It's amazing you can do that. Yeah. I love when wrestlers use theme songs that are already songs.
Yes.
Like, you know, CM Punk had the Kill Switch Engage song, but then he also used Cult of Personality.
Living Color.
In Living Color. And
not in Living Color. That's the...
I thought the band name was... the band name is Living Color.
That's the Sean and Marlon Wayne's vehicle from the 90s.
I'm aware.
Jim Carrey, too.
Which one of my favorite memories of that is WrestleMania 29, I think it was. CM Punk was champion and he walked into WrestleMania and Living Color was there. Oh. And all of us simultaneously, like me, Mike was there, our buddy Scott was there, and all of us look at it and go, Living Color's all black guys? Like, because then was like, that doesn't sounds like...
It doesn't really sound like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that guy from Voda that sounded like a black woman, but he's a white dude.
Yeah. In like tight red pants, right? Yeah.
I've got
like you can't think of CM Punk coming out to anything other than
yeah.
John Moxley uses Wild Thing nowadays, which I'm a big fan of, and Orange Cassidy uses the Pixies' Where Is My Mind?
It's beautiful.
Which every time I hear that, I think of the end of Fight Club, because that was the song playing when they were watching all the buildings blow up.
Right. Of course, I think the first one of those, or at least the first one of those that became like a mainstream deal, was Hulk Hogan's, because he used Real American by Rick Derringer.
People
And,
love America.
Edge is using an Alter Bridge song, formerly known as the Band of Creed. It's
I
called,
did not know that.
It's called Metalingus.
Yeah, I did know
gross.
that. I did know that was the name of the song. I didn't know that Alter Bridge was the band from Creed.
Doesn't that make you kind of not respect it as much?
I lied. You know what? We'll do this to Nickelback. I will not do this to Creed.
What was that first that first song that Alter Bridge came out with that was really popular?
I don't know.
Oh, dang. It was like the very first single after the main guy left.
Scott Stapp.
Scott Stapp left. Looking like Scott Stapp. Yeah, that's what I had. Those are always good. It's good to... It really works when that song becomes synonymous with the wrestler. Yeah. And so it no longer belongs to the artist.
Yeah. No, you just can't play it.
Yeah, so Cult of Personality, just like you said, that's a CM Punk song. Real American, that's Hulk Hogan's song. Like, I didn't even know that Real American was a song prior to Hulk Hogan.
I didn't know that.
So, yeah, it's beautiful.
And for me, a couple of theme songs that I hate. I hate Kelly Kelly's theme song. Because it's just this weird... Like, it makes me uncomfortable. And I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, with everything that is inside of me, hate TJP's entrance. He was the cruiserweight champion. I can't even think of it as like Timothy James Perkins or something like that. But he had that 8-bit thing, and it was like a video game thing, and it was really cool. And then he dabbed.
Right.
And I
forgot all about him.
And I'm going to regret saying it on this podcast and on this live stream, but I hate dabbing with a passion. I think it's the dumbest. Thing on the internet. I know. I'm going to get hung up for this one.
250 channel points.
Tell them that.
On Twitch right now.
It is one of my least favorite things that has ever existed.
I think my least favorite all-time entrance music, I don't even know if it technically qualifies as music. 3, 2, 1. Tap it up. It was...
I'd rather pee my pants on live TV.
I can make that a redeemable if you like. was RTC, Right to Censor. Do you remember their theme song?
I do. It was...
It was so loud, and it went on until they got to the ring. So painful. There were several times I turned the TV off and said, I'm going to come back in 60 seconds.
I'll be back. I'm not watching this.
But like I said, I don't know if that counts as music because there were some songs.
Well, and then lastly for me, that I want to talk about is a use of no entrance music. Like when Tommaso Ciampa comes out.
It's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, but when he does it, it's like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, he just comes out and stares at people, and it's all really quiet, and you just hear this deafening boo all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, I will list my favorites here. My current favorites are mostly loud, heavy, dark songs, because I just think those fit so well. And that is Finn Balor's. Finn Balor's is just, from the first time I saw Finn Balor, especially with the way they did the whole lights thing when he's...
Yeah.
Oh, that during that part, it's beautiful. The Fiend's music was great. That remix of the Firefly in my mouth, Fireflies, whatever it is. What are the lyrics? Fireflies in my mouth. But yeah, just that deep, dark. Like, it really felt like along the same lines as the feeling you get with The Undertaker. Sting's new music right now in AEW. I think it's called Arrival. Yeah, so good. And I really am still a fan of Brock Lesnar's music. Brock Lesnar's...
it's very hardcore.
That's great. I like it. But on the other end of the spectrum, right now, I'm really liking the Pixies song that Orange Cassidy's using. It just feels so perfect for his character.
Yeah. No, definitely. 100%.
I miss the Pixies.
Yeah, the Pixies were cool. I should go watch Fight Club tonight. Well, that's it from us. Let us know what your favorite theme song is, or maybe your least favorite. We love talking about our least favorite of everything. Let us know if you're on our Twitch stream. Let us know right now. If you head over to our socials at 2 words LTN. Man, I'm really on a roll with getting that right.
You're doing great. Yes,
I'm doing good. I've done good this season.
I don't think you've messed it up once this
No.
season. Yeah.
So whatever social media network you're on right now, because I know you have your phone in your hand and you're just scrolling, doing nothing. Go up to the search bar at 2 words LTN. Spell the whole thing out. Don't do like number 2 or whatever. And while you're there, give us a little like or subscribe or holla if you hear us, kind of thing.
Holla. We got one more show before this season ends.
Oh, and it is going to be a fun one.
Do you want to tell them?
Oh, we're going to be talking about the Texas rattlesnake.
Yeah. So
Cold.
Yeah, last season we ended with a whole like career focus thing on Macho Man. We're gonna do the same thing with Steve Austin, and I'm gonna really enjoy that because
You just get that what button ready though.
What?
I need a what the entire time.
That was my least favorite thing that Stone Cold put into the vernacular of the crowd for the rest of time.
Yeah.
It's not a lot happened lately though. I haven't heard that in a while.
No.
I do
think
remember
once the crowds left and came back, they're
Right.
just happy to be there. But
I do remember Alexa Bliss's reaction to it was probably my favorite one. She's like, finger out. No, we're not going to do that.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Or there were people that would like try to, I know we're going to talk about this then, but
Yeah, we
people
will.
that would try to talk around it, like talk in a rhythm where there was no break.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep talking like this so you can't even get a break in for the what. And this is what's happening right now. It's like,
Yeah.
That was very difficult.
Fantastic. So
It's
we
gonna
look
be
forward
fun.
to that in a couple of weeks. But until then.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh,
I'm sorry. We also have a very limited batch of stickers.
the coolest stickers ever.
Of you can't fake this meat.
So we're gonna come up with
Stickers.
we're gonna come up with a cool giveaway program for that.
It'll probably be in a couple different places.
Yeah.
Discord, maybe on here on the live stream, but I know we don't get a whole lot of people that watch along with the live stream. Most people listen afterwards.
Yeah.
So
gonna be a lot of fun.
we'll do something.
Be a lot of fun. Well, until then, my name's John. His name's Matt, and if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Bye.
Shabuya.
Thank you everybody who watched along. Gabigan, Rye Guy, Kaylee for some reason. Farm Blog.
It's been a good chat tonight.
It was
You guys
fun.
been good and
Yeah,
active.
it was fun. All right, we're gonna break. I'm gonna go cut this thing together. It's gonna take me twice as long as it normally does, and then we'll post it.
I'm gonna go eat sloppy joes.
Love y'all. Jesus loves you, and goodbye.